Hi everyone, this is Ifana. So now I'm going to explain autobiographical elements in Toru Dutt's poem. We know that it's an autobiographical poem. Autobiography is something a person who is writing something about his or her past experience and life experience. So here also Toru Dutt saying something about her past experience. This poet explains some related events of her life through her poem Our Casuarina Tree. Toru Dutt was born on 4th March 1856 and she was a Bengali translator and a poet from the Indian subcontinent who wrote in English and French. Toru Dutt, one of the 19th century India's greatest poet in English and was also one of the first Indian author to write in French. She is seen as one of the founding figures of Anglo-Indian literature alongside Henry Louis Vivian de Rousseau, Manmohan Ghosh and Sarojini Naidu. That is known for her volume of poetry in English. She translated dozens of poems and completed a novel before her death at the age of 21 in 1877. During her short life, Dutt was almost unknown in France, which she had visited only for a few months in 1869 as a part of her parents' program to provide her and her siblings with a European education. At a time, criticism from English literature, Dutt's works was not only appreciated but even republished. Dutt's achievements are significant even today. Her poems revolve around themes of loneliness, longing, patriotism, and nostalgia. Toru Dutt's poetic qualities. Dutt's early poetry is a combination of freshness, ecstasy, and lyrical effusion. Her later poetry is, however, marked with a melancholy and grief, even though the poetic grandeur is still obvious. Her remarkable description of natural settings and her love for ancient Indian legends and mythological characters are palpable in most of her creations. The Vedantic philosophy of life and death, memory as a mode of emancipation and transience and permanence, peep through many of her works. Before the poem Our Casuarina Tree, we should know about Dutt's family tragedies. The youngest of the Dutt's family children, Abju, died before the family moved to France. Aru, Toru's sister, died after a few years, leaving the family shattered. After Aru's death, Toru had written of all sad words of tongue and pen, the saddest are these, it might have been. Toru Dutt died at the age of 21 years, drawing comparison with John Keats, who too died of consumption after bequeathing some forgettable lyrics to English literature. In this poem, the tree stands for a symbolic representation of Toru's past memory. Apparently, it symbolizes the rich tradition of Indian culture and philosophy which played an important role in shaping the poetic and aesthetic sensibility of the poets. In Keats' Ode to Nightingale, a bird symbolizes the world of art and beauty. In Shelley's To a Skylark, the bird is the symbol of freedom and liberty. Similarly, in Toru Dutt's A Casuarina Tree, the tree connotes the nostalgic feelings and memory of Toru Dutt. This is the tree under which she played with his brother and sister, Abju and Aru. That's the name of her siblings. So the very thought of the tree transported her to her golden past days. The first and second stanza of this poem, she tries to say about the casuarina tree and what are the things around it, the tree and everything. But In the third stanza, that establishes that it's neither the stateliness of the tree nor its external beauty that endears to her. She writes, but not because of its magnificence. Dear is the Casuarina to my soul. The beauty of the tree is no more than an added gift. It's an actual importance lies in the fact that it's a part of the Dutt's experience, a reminder of family ties, of the warmth shared by three siblings. The Abju, Aru, Toru bonding was indeed strong. And in Sita, Toru mentions three happy children sitting in a dark room listening to a story and then sigh because she knows that they'll never again by the mother's side. Like kids, she had to suffer a lot. She had seen a bitter struggle for life and death. Unsolved miseries after the death of her beloved brother and sister. The first stanza is highly philosophical. The poet observes, unknown yet well known to the eye of faith. Here, the term unknown denotes not simply the native home of the poet, but also the world of the departed soul. A man who has the eye of faith can see the unknown as well known. Yoga also says that when a man has an unwavering faith in the existence of the divinity through the arts of meditation and poetry, nothing remains unknown to him in the universe because he lives on the plane of unconscious, usually felt as vacuum of the transcendental states of samadhi. This is what exactly Toru that feels here. To sum up the poem, our Casuarina tree shows a perfect blending of feelings and forms, matter and manners. It contains what Eliot means by his phrase, unified sensibility. It's a combination of both the East and the West. In form, it's very near to the Romantic and the Victorian poems. The theme of this poem is unity, the unity among the poet, her past, her family, and her native land. The tree becomes a symbol of this unity, bringing her home in her mind and in her soul. Thank you.